Do you mind if I ask you just about Prince?
No, not at all.
And just
of course.
his contribution.
Yeah, yeah.
And God, I was devastated a week ago
Yeah.
when I got off the tube. Everything had been fine, and then you read that it's happened.
Yeah, I think especially with him because he Prince is one of those artists that he just always looked amazing. He never ever looked unwell or he looked at his physical peak all the time, even into his 50s. You know, I went to the last series of gigs that he did here in London, and he's still doing everything he did when I saw him 30 years ago. You know, he was still as vibrant and as an amazing, you know, so it's kind of, I think that's the shock factor, I think, is there for it as well. It's not like, you know, he'd gone into a decline or anything. He just looked amazing still. And musically, I remember the first time I saw him up in Wembley, and I literally went out of the gig and just kind of thought, I may as well just forget it. I mean, there's no point, because no one's ever going to get close to what he's just done tonight. That's just, it's from somewhere else. And I mean, he did so many different things at such an amazing level. He's almost freakish, I think. Because I think even rockers, you know, people who are like really into their guitar players and everything, he's still up there with some of those guys, you know what I mean? There's really noted guitar players that would say that he's, you know, he's up there with some of those people. But just, I think just, he was just amazing. He was just super sexy dude who could do everything, do you know what I mean? He was just amazing, yeah.
It's just not fair that, you know, true genius, it seems to always go to young. Jimi Hendrix, Prince, Amy Winehouse.
Yeah, for sure. But in a probably dark, bizarre way, sometimes the fact that people don't grow old and kind of wither and, you know, the rest of it, they're kind of left in, you know, our mind's eye of them being that kind of perfect thing, you know. And I look at sometimes like someone like James Dean and kind of think, well, I don't know, I wasn't really around when he was doing his thing, if you like, but I'm saying you kind of look back and think, well, I'm sure he was amazing and I've seen all his films and everything, but it's what would he have become if he'd become an old fat man? Do you know what I mean? And it's that, I don't know, you know, I think that's the thing with Elvis for me, it's a little bit sad, is that most people, or a certain generation of people, think of Elvis in the white suit being a bit overweight and kind of forgetting his lines. And when you go back to the moments when he was like a god, he was just unbeatable, you know. So, and I think Prince, you know, in my mind, will always remain that guy that I saw at Wembley that night, you know, who I just couldn't get anywhere near, you know.
It was amazing. Thank you. I've gone over. I'm sorry, guys.